Hello everyone, welcome to Barca News. It is January 14th, 2025, and Hansi Flick has discussed some pretty important topics during his pre-match press conference, including who will be the goalkeeper, Ronald Araujo leaving the club or possibly leaving the club, and Ansu Fati. Also, Marcus Rashford is reportedly waiting for Barcelona as Hansi Flick has greenlit the move to sign him. And finally, the hypocrisy of Sevilla is gonna shock you, and I'll tell you why. We have a lot to discuss, so let's begin. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Mo and begin this video with the news or with a discussion of Hansi Flick's pre-match press conference, because as you know, tomorrow Barcelona will face Real Betis in the round of 16 of the Copa del Rey, and as always, the German coach participated in the pre-match press conference where the first thing he was asked, Szczesny or Iñaki Peña, and this is what the Barcelona coach had to say. Everything has changed a lot. Everything has changed a lot. Tech performed very well after the long break. We could see him with that incredible mentality, helping the other goalkeepers, training. And there's Iñaki Peña, who has been under pressure and has been able to show his calm and strength. And that helps him. I can see it in his attitude. So Hansi Flick not saying, it's going to be Szczesny or it's going to be Iñaki Peña, but saying everything has changed a lot. And that's something I said in previous videos when I said it's going to be Iñaki Peña, the goalkeeper. But once Wojciech Szczesny plays, things will change, because Szczesny, after all, is a veteran. He is an elite goalkeeper. He's been top 10 goalkeepers in the last several years in Europe. And I always feared this moment would come where Szczesny would play and then impress. And I'm not saying that Iñaki Peña might end up on the bench, but things have definitely changed for Flick as far as his selection choices or his selection ideas. And well, the coach confirming it during the pre-match press conference. Now, Flick, of course, was asked about Ronald Araujo. The big question, what's happening with Araujo, since it looks like he wants to leave the club and Juventus are very interested in signing him. And this is what the German coach had to say. I'm not going to reveal the conversations I've had with him. It's a pity about Inigo's injury. It's a very important loss. After 4 weeks, he will be able to return. Against Madrid, we saw that Araujo is back. His performance was very good. He is one of the best center backs in the world. He proved it on Sunday. I am very happy. Now, Flick not saying much as far as Araujo, but kind of giving a tale at the beginning where saying, I'm not going to reveal the conversations I've had with him, which means that Hansi Flick has sat down with Araujo and talked about this. Of course, we don't know what they talked about, but Hansi Flick there revealing that there was indeed a conversation, and of course, his position is still the same. He thinks Araujo is one of the best center backs in the world or in Europe, and of course, he wants him on his team, but it's going to be up to the player. If he insists on leaving, of course, there's not much we can do. Now, as far as Araujo, of course, as I reported in a previous video, Joan Laporta is planning to meet with the player. He wants to discuss what's going on with him. He wants to hear it from the player himself that he wants to leave. And if Araujo tells Joan Laporta, yes, I want to leave, and if his agent brings a respectable offer, something around 70 million euros, then of course the club will have to let him go. Now, finally, we will discuss this next interesting statement, because Hansi Flick was asked about Ansu Fati, and this is what the German coach had to say. I'm honest with all the players. I have spoken to Ansu about his situation. When I arrived at Barca, I said that Ansu was doing very well and that he was working very hard. But the problems after his first injury have meant that he has never been able to show his 100%. When we arrived, we were convinced that he could come back. But for the moment, he will have to work like everyone else to come back and give his best. So that doesn't tell you what's going on with Ansu. I don't know what else. Of course, that was a very diplomatic way of saying that Flick is disappointed with Ansu and, well, that he has not lived up to the expectations that Hansi Flick had of Ansu Fati, and of course that's evident by the fact that Ansu has not had any minutes. In fact, in the two Spanish Super Cup matches, he wasn't even included on the bench. He was sitting in the stands, and like I've said before, it looks like the Ansu Fati chapter at Barcelona is over. Anyways, let's move on to the next news, because it's reported that Marcus Rashford is awaiting Barcelona. Now, Manchester United have given Marcus Rashford an ultimatum that by January 15th, so by tomorrow, he needs to decide where he's going, which club he's going to go to, because we do know that both Milan and Arsenal are interested in signing the player and giving him a long contract. Barcelona have played with the idea of signing Marcus Rashford on loan. It's reported that the player prefers to go to Barcelona, so Manchester United want him to make a decision by tomorrow. Where are you going? Are you going to Milan? Are you going to Arsenal? Are you going to Barca? We need an answer ASAP. And it's reported that the only reason Marcus Rashford has not given an answer to Manchester United is because he's still waiting for Barcelona to make a move. Now, Barcelona have reached out to the player and his agent. They've had discussions, but of course, no official offer has been made. So Marcus Rashford reportedly trying to buy some time to see whether Barcelona will make a move for him, because again, Rashford prefers to come to the Blaugrana club. Now, it's reported that Hansi Flick has greenlit this operation, so he's given his okay that, hey, if you bring me Marcus Rashford, sure, why not? I'll take him on my team. The only problem, of course, Marcus Rashford's high salary, because Manchester United have said they will not cover the salary, not a single part. Barcelona were hoping to negotiate that. You know, sometimes clubs negotiate that in loans, like, hey, I'll pay 60%, 70%, you pay the rest, something like that. Manchester United have said absolutely not. You take him, it's your problem, you pay for his entire salary. So the only way I see this move happening is if Marcus Rashford decides, agrees to reduce his salary so Barcelona could afford it. Now, let's end this video with some news not directly related to Barcelona, but I wanted to cover it because it just exposes the hypocrisy of Sevilla. And well, the news is about one of their players, Quique Salas, a 22-year-old center back who just got arrested by the Spanish police for deliberately accumulating yellow cards to enable his associates to profit from betting. This is a very serious accusation. Of course, innocent until proven guilty. This is a very serious accusation where the player has been arrested because he's accused of, again, getting yellow cards on purpose to help his buddies make money off betting. For example, your buddy puts, I don't know, $1,000 that Quique Salas is going to get a yellow card at the 50th minute. And of course, he goes and gets a yellow card on purpose at the 50th minute. His buddy makes a bunch of money. They split it, something like that. And in fact, the police are investigating two of Quique Salas's associates. And it seems like this happened last season, mostly last season, where he accumulated 10 yellow cards in 23 matches. That's absolutely insanely high. I don't think it's a coincidence. But again, innocent until proven guilty. But the reason I bring this up, because when the whole Negrera investigation was open, and even though it was just an investigation, there was no evidence of anything. There's still no evidence of anything because Barcelona didn't do anything. Sevilla launched this huge statement talking about morality and how they're disappointed of what's going on and shame on Barcelona. They also presented their own complaint against Barcelona with La Liga. And they also, boycotted going to the luncheons with Jan Laporta. There's always luncheons before each match with the board of directors of the opposing club. They boycotted those luncheons last season, this season as well. They boycotted going to the presidential box because they were mortified. How could Barcelona do something like that? Well, it seems like the morality police is now involved in a very serious accusation. So karma's a bitch, ladies and gentlemen. Anyways, that is all the news for this video. I did post another video before this one discussing Jan Laporta's press conference. I will be posting another video after this one. So 3 videos today. Lots of news. So stay tuned to the channel. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment. And as always, Visca Barça.